guys! Today we are here to do Ellie's 5-month update. She's 5 months old. Blowing my mind, she'll be starting to eat some solid foods in like a couple weeks now because I'm a couple days late making this. And like, I can't believe she's so big already. Where has the time gone? I don't know. Okay, so as far as Ellie's kind of stats and what's going on with her this month, she still has light brown hair. I can't really tell if it's getting lighter or not because I see it every day, so I don't know. Still super blue eyes that are so pretty. She is 16 pounds. This little girl is a little chunker and I love it. It just, oh my gosh, I just really squeeze her all the time because she is so chunky and cute. I can't handle it. She is in 6-month clothing. Some stuff she has to wear 9-month clothing already, which is crazy. She was wearing a lot of Jonathan's clothes that he wore for his first Christmas, for Christmas this year, if that makes sense. He was 9 months at the time. She was 4 months, turned 5 months right after. So, but she was fitting into all that stuff like perfectly. It's just funny how different the two of them are from each other. She is now in size 3 diapers, mostly because she has some really cute chunky thighs on her. And the most exciting thing that happened this month, kind of, is that she got a tooth, which I'm gonna go ahead and include it in her 5-month update. It came through literally like right on the day she turned 5 months. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that yeah, it was part of the 5-month update. But yeah, she has one little tooth, it's the bottom right. So because of that, she has just been teething so hard and like everything goes in her mouth, her hands all the time, my arm. She sucked on my arm so hard one night I got a hickey, seriously. But everything goes in the mouth. She'll reach for toys and put them in her mouth to chew on them. And she just wants to gnaw on something all the time, including my boob, which doesn't feel, I told you, she's like a little shark. She is still the sweetest, most smiley baby ever. She is happy 98% of the time. Just super happy unless she is tired or hungry, like always. You know, those are really the only things that ever upset her. Otherwise, she is so content. She's been giggling so much and she'll laugh at things that we do now. You know, she's been laughing at Jonathan for a while because she loves him so much, and still, he is the most entertaining person in the world to her. She also loves looking at herself in the mirror. I think I mentioned that in the last update. Still true. She thinks the mirror is great. She loves seeing herself and whoever's holding her. She just thinks it's really funny. So it's always fun to stand in front of the mirror with her because she just gets so excited. She loves blowing bubbles with her mouth, as you can kind of see. She loves high-pitched squealing, which is adorable, but sometimes it scares me when I don't know that it's coming and, you know, my back is turned and she'll start like squealing really loud. She just gets really excited about life and lets everybody know. She is getting more into like the stranger danger thing. She is a mama's girl just because she's used to me being here all the time. And so anybody but me, sometimes she gets a little like, I don't know you. Sometimes she'll freak out, sometimes she won't, just kind of depends. But she definitely wants me in sight pretty much all the time. She has now officially rolled over from her belly to her back and her back to her belly. She did each one time. She has not done it again. Apparently she doesn't really care about rolling too much, so I don't know. But she still really hates tummy time. Hates it. So that really hasn't changed at all. Maybe one day she'll like it. I don't know. Jonathan was always a tummy kid. Like, he loved tummy time. He loved sleeping on his belly. Then from the time he could roll over, he wanted to sleep on his belly. So, and he still does actually. She is not like that. She's trying so hard to sit up when she's in any kind of inclined seat, like her rock and play or anything like that. She tries so hard to sit up by herself. And she actually does a fairly decent job. You know, if you kind of hold her hips or her back just a little bit, she really does a good job trying to sit up on her own. And she really likes it. So we have, I think it's a Fisher-Price sit me up sort of dealie that she seems to really like. So we put her in there to kind of work on her head, neck, back, control, all that stuff. And she's doing a good job. She loves her feet. Like, she just thinks her feet are fascinating anytime I change her diaper, because normally, especially right now because it's so cold out, which is crazy for here, it's really cold, but you know, she's been in sleepers a lot because, you know, keeps everything all nice and warm. So she can't see her feet all that often until I'm changing her diaper or whatever, and then she just, oh my gosh, she grabs them, she'll try to eat them, like she just thinks her feet are the bee's knees. One thing this month that has been a little bit more difficult is her sleep. I know I told you guys that she was always such a good sleeper, but her last update I said that it was, you know, she was in that 4-month sleep regression and it wasn't going great. And it has gotten worse, but I think different factors have kind of played into that. I don't necessarily think it's a sleep regression anymore. It could be, I don't know. It could be a lot of things. But you know, there was the sleep regression, a growth spurt, which clearly happened because she's so big. But also we transitioned her out of the swaddle, which was rough. Jonathan was a-okay getting out of his swaddle. Like we just took his arms out one night and he slept perfectly fine, like he always, I mean, he slept the exact same he always had before. It was no different. And that was not the case for her. And we slowly transitioned her out with, you know, like one arm out and the other arm out. It was a nightmare. Well, she was waking up like every hour, mad. So that has been hard, but she's getting better with her arms out. She loves to grab things and scratch things and just like, she's like a cat. She needs to like knead. But she does that to her face when she's sleeping, then she wakes up mad because it hurts because she's scratching herself or pinching herself or whatever. So we did get a zippity zip, which has her hands, you know, inside, but she can still move her arms and stuff. And that has helped because now she's not scratching herself and pinching herself and pulling her hair. So that is helping a little bit. But yeah, so now she's waking up. Some nights she wants to wake up like every 2 hours. So I'll come in and just put the pacifier in her mouth and walk out the first couple times to see if she'll go back to sleep or whatever. And if she keeps waking up, then I'll come and either comfort her, feed her whatever time it is, and whatever I think she may need at that time, if that makes any sense. But typically she eats 2 or 3 times at night. So depending on kind of how many times she's waking up and what she's doing. And her naps are super weird. She sleeps usually her longest nap during the day, but she doesn't really sleep too much longer than 2 hours total during the day. She just wants to be awake, but she's not that unhappy. I think we need to find a better sleep routine for her, and we're working on it. It's just, it's hard because, you know, there's a toddler in the house and he's really loud. And, you know, we try to find quiet activities when she's sleeping, but at the end of the day, he's still a toddler and he's noisy. So it's hard for her to get some decent sleep during the day, but we're trying to figure it all out. So during the day, she eats on average about every 3 hours. Sometimes she likes to be a snacker and eat on one side and then hang out for a little bit and then eat on the other side, which those days are kind of obnoxious because it's like constantly feeding every hour and a half or so, even though it's only one side, so it's about half the amount of time still. So I try not to do that, and I'll push her a little bit between feedings to try to get her to eat off of both sides so she can go longer between. Everything's just trying to figure out, like, you just have to try to find these routines that work, and some days it works and some days it doesn't, and you just have to kind of roll with it. That's kind of what I'm doing, surviving. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but I think that's pretty much it for 5 months for Ellie. She is still, besides waking up at night, which is challenging, otherwise she's just like the easiest baby. I know I say that every single update, but it's so true. She's just so easy and so sweet. So I am grateful that she is such a good little baby. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed Ellie's 5-month update. I hope you guys are doing great. I'm thinking about you, I'm praying for you, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye YouTube.